Okay. So let's start with our session. According to our roadmap, what we are having for today, that is the components, props, states, hooks, and the context API. So what we have to do, we have to develop a small interactive form with state management. First of all, what I will do, I will provide you people with small codes in order to make you understand what components, props, states, and hooks are. Got it? And then finally, what we will do, we will develop a small interactive form with state management. So I want you people to create a new folder, that is this one, where put it the name whichever according to you. I have given the name as B2B2, that is the second beat, and then write this command in your Node.js terminal in order to create a white plus React application, that is npm create white @latest followed by the name of your application, that is say week 4 followed by template React. Just run this code in your VS Code terminal, and then you will get three kinds of more commands, that is cd week2, and then you will get npm install. After that you will get npm run dev, and see whether you have got all these files and directories. Just make all of these work like this and tell me inside the chat box once you are completed with all these things. Just run this command in your VS Code terminal at first and tell me what is happening in the chat box. You have to answer it. And once you are done with these things, just reply in the chat box with yes. Okay, Siddharth has completed it. What are you getting, Siddharth? In your files and directories? Okay, Virendra has done it. Wilson has done this. Right. So tell me, framework and variant. So for the framework, choose React, and then you might be getting TypeScript and JavaScript, all those things. Just select the JavaScript with yellow, just JavaScript and nothing else. For the framework, choose React, and for the language, choose JavaScript. Okay, so that is getting SRC node modules and everything. Okay. So let's proceed with our code. So first of all, what we have in our roadmap? We have our components. So in React, we have a couple of ways to write our codes. That is the class component as well as the functional component. In other words, we can also say that the components are independent and reusable bits of code which return React elements that describe how a section, or you may also say the user interface should appear. Got it? This is how the components work in React. Say, for example, I want to print welcome. Got it? For that, I will write I will go to my app.js. I will erase it completely. I will write import React from React, and then I will write it is what am I doing over here? I am working over here with my functional component. There I will write function app, and inside this I will return a heading that is welcome to my website. This is done function, and then I will write export default app. Okay. So instead of writing this in the app, what we will do, we will create another file inside the src folder that is welcome.jsx. And inside this welcome.jsx, I will import React from React. And then I will write function welcome followed by the props. And I will let you know what the props are once we are done with it. And then I will return the header that is welcome to my website, with props dot name. After that, what I will do, I will export my function. Export default welcome. So this is how our functional component, we write our code using the functional component. And if we want to use the same thing using the class component, then how are we going to write it? I will write as I will write class welcome, and after that I will write extends. And in the previous class I made you people study the Java, right? So in Java, and in case of inheritance inside the oops concept, we use the extend keyword for doing what? Tell me. Yeah. To inherit parent class. Properties from parents class. All right, Adarsh. So this is what we are doing over here as well. So I will write class welcome extends components. So what I will do, I will also import components from React. And then I will initialize the function. And then I will write render function. It helps to render the class, the elements of the class. And then I will write return with a header h1 providing the message welcome props.name. Name. So this is how we make our class component. I hope you people got a little idea about what the functional components are and what the class components are and the way we write them. Reply with a yes if you have understood. Okay, Mazi is understood. All right. So let's do a function, do a example for the class component. I will go to my app.jsx and then I will use my class function. That is class component. Import React as well as component from React. After that, I will write const. Instead of this, I will write import create root from React the client. And then I will write class app extends. See, whenever we are writing the name of the class, the very first thing that we have to do over here is we have to inherit from the component that is the parent class. And then I will use a constructor. And can anyone tell me what is the work of constructor? I have told you people in the previous class. Reply quickly. What is the work of the constructor that we studied in Java? I taught you in the previous class. I remember. Reply fast. Initialize objects. Good. And inside the constructor, we have to call another function that is the super method in the way we used to implement inheritance in Java, right? After calling this method, I will write this dot state is equal to subject will be React with Redux certification. string. And after this constructor, inside this constructor, what did I do? I have initialized my state variable, right? After that, I will write my render function. And this render function, what it will return? It will return a heading. And inside the heading, I will write welcome to. And over here, I will use this dot state dot subject. And finally, what I will do, I will export this app. Export default app. Let's save our code. And inside the terminal, we will write cd v2. And then I will write npm run dev. See, here we are getting welcome to React with Redux certification training. Did you get, are you getting my point? How is it working? Reply. Did you see the output? Okay, Prince is saying he got it. Moment. I'm showing you the code again and just tell me what is that point where you are not being able to understand. All right. This was our class component. And then moving to our functional component, I will teach the functional component with states. Got it? So you will ask me, ma'am, what do you mean by state? So state is a fundamental concept in React. Got it? What is that concept? That concept allows component to store and manage data that can change over time, which means we can show the data to the user. What type of data? The dynamic data. We often see the matches, the cricket scores in Google, right? So what is that data? That data changes over time. So in order to use that type of data to the to show that type of data to the user, we use our React states. Let me provide you with an example. Say, I have, just do one thing, make another file that is counter.jsx. And inside this counter.jsx, I will write import React as well as use state. And now you will ask me, ma'am, what is this use state? Use state is the React hook. Got it? And we will study about the hooks as write our code from React. I will write a function that is counter. And inside this, what I will do, I will create an array having count variable and then set count function. And after that, I will write use state. And inside this use state, I will provide 0. Let me explain this entire line to you. So, what is the use state? Use state is one of the React hooks. Got it? And this hook is used to do a lot of tasks. And you will ask me, ma'am, what are those tasks that hook for which hooks are used? See, we are having a lot of things inside React, like the React lifecycle. And inside that lifecycle, we have mounting, unmounting, and all those things. Got it? So for now, just understand that useState is a kind of hook in which inside an array, we store a variable as well as a function. And using the useState, what we do, we are initializing this count variable with 0, which means the very first value of the count variable is 0. Reply me with a yes if you understood. Fast. Reply fast. Okay. After that, what I will do? I have already written it. And then I will write another variable, that is const increment count. And this increment count will be an arrow function. And inside this arrow function, what I will do, I will write the set count function with count plus 1. So you might be getting a rough idea that this count variable will increase by 1 by seeing this statement, right? So our main purpose is incrementing the value of the count variable. So how will we do it? We need something to apply this event, right? So for that, what I will do, I will provide a button in my web page. So my web page will return a div tag, that is a block, inside which I will provide a p tag, and my p tag will say count, and after that it will provide the variable count, that is to show is the value of count. And then in order to increment the value of count, I will add a button. And button, what it will do, it will perform an event, right? So what kind of event it will perform? It will do the on click event, because we click on that button, right? Over here, I will assign a function, that is increment count, that I have already uh, provided over here. So on clicking the button, which function will be called? When I'll click the button, this increment count will for function will be called, and after that the value of my count will be increased to 1. And then inside the button, I will write increment, and I will close this button. And finally, I'll export default, and then my function name, that is counter. So this is what I have done. I have written the whole logic of incrementing the count value inside my web page. In order to display this complete thing in my web page, I will go to my app.jsx, and over here I will select this complete thing and import counter, right? After that, I will write the function app just I didn't see how many of you do that. Please ask me, do you people have any kind of doubt till here? Please reply. No doubts? Okay. I assume there are no issues. All right, there are no issues. Fine. So inside the app function, I want my web page to return the div tag, and inside this div tag, so inside this div tag, I'll simply provide a header that is simple counter app. And then what I will do, I will mount my counter function over here. And this will be the self-closing tag. I will save it, and my white application worked automatically. See, we are getting the heading simple counter app with count is equal to 0, and this is the increment button. And when I am clicking on this button, the value of count is getting incremented by 1. I hope you people are being able to see. Got it? Okay. So this is how our class components as well as functional component work. What else do we have? Components we have done. And then let's move to the props. Now you'll ask me, ma'am, what is props? So props is the short form of properties. Say for example, I have already provided this example to you in the previous class, that your father is having or having one car, right? So that car will be inherited by you people. So this props we use in this in React in order to pass data from the parent component to the child component. Got it? And how will we do that? We will see in our code. I'll go to my app.jsx, and here what I will do, I will simply write import React from React. React. And then I'll mention a function over here, that is function greeting. The name of my function is greeting. And this greeting function is taking props as the parameter. And inside this, I want my function to return a heading tag saying hello, props. And this props will be inside the curly braces. Got it? Props dot name, which means what? This props is what it is doing. It is inheriting the, or you may also say it is passing the name property from one function, from the parent function to the child function. Got it? And after that, what I will do, I will mention the main function, that is function app. And inside this, I will return a div tag. And inside this div tag, I will write greeting followed by the name, that is, say, let me take the name of one of you. Okay, Adarsh. And this greeting is a self-closing tag. And then I will again provide another name, greeting name is equal to, say, Yash. All right. So see how is it working. At first, we have provided our app function. It will the code will start from the app function only. Then it will call the greeting, and inside the greeting, what is the parameter that we have provided? We have displayed the name over here. So what it will show? Hello. After that, props dot name. That is, it is passing the property name from here to here. It will display hello Adarsh, then it will display hello Yash. So finally, what we will do, we will export our main function, that is export default app. I will save it. Let's see what is the output. See, I said na, it will show hello Adarsh and then it will show hello Yash. I hope I made my point clear. Prop is same as inheritance. Yeah, you can also, it is not entirely same, but the concept getting applied over there is somewhat similar. Got it? All right. So this is how our props work. And then we provide people with another example. Say, let's do one thing. We will combine the props as well as the states. I will write another function, that is, so I have told you people about the hook, that is use state, right? So I will import use state from React as well. And then I will write my function counter. And then I will pass initial count inside the counter function. And then what I will do, I will use the use state. And for use state, what did I tell you people? What it will have? An array, right? So inside that array, what are the two things that we will have? Come on, reply first. Count is the variable. And second, what we will have? Set count. And set count will be the function, right, Yash? Okay. So I will count and then set count. And then I will write use state, and inside this use state I will write initial count. After that I will return a div tag. Inside this div tag I'll again provide a paragraph with showing count, and then it will show count. That is the value of the count. And after that I'll again provide a button, and then I will specify the event, that is on click event. And over here what I will do, I will write my function, which has to be the arrow function, that is set count as count plus 1. So here what you are being able to see, we can also specify that handle submit over here as a function, and then we can call handle submit as a function, providing it to the on click event, or else we can also write the same function in this way. Both will return the same thing, and inside the button I will write increment. After this, inside the function tab, inside the function app, I will write return with a div tag. I will write counter, and with an initial count of 0. I've closed the tag, and now we are doing the same thing by combining props as well as state. So this props, see, initial count is a prop which is deriving the value from here to here. We have just what did we do? We have initialized the value of count inside the app function, and this value of initial count is taken by the counter function. This is how props work. Let's okay. Oh, we didn't export our app, right? Export default app. Save it. See, we are getting the same thing. Got it? The difference is visible in the code only, and there is no difference in the output. Please reply fast with a yes or no. Okay. And then what else do we have? We are done with our props as well as state, and also I have told you about the hooks. So now, finally, what we will do, we will make our form that we are provided to do over. That is, develop a small interactive form with state management. So, just create a file that is con4 inside the src folder. Create another folder that is con4, and inside this folder, create contact form.jsx. And whatever you have written inside the app.jsx, just erase all of them and save it. Just go to your contact form. Write the same thing that I am writing. It's import use state from React. Are you people writing with me? Yes, ma'am, but there's an issue showing. Ma'am, why it not recognized? Okay. Why it not recognized? Okay, Prince. Once we complete this form, then I'll get back to you with a complete discussion about the problem. Okay, let's make a form. So what I am doing, I am importing use state from React. And then I can also, instead of writing export default as well as after the export default followed by the function name, I can also write it as export default function. And then the function name, that is contact form. And after that, I will declare all those logics that I want inside my form. I will write const form data const form data is the variable, and then the function will be set form data. And I will initialize them using use state. And inside the use state, I will initialize the name with a blank space, followed by email. Okay. This has to be a colon. Email with a blank space, and then I will write message with a blank space. This is what I am doing. I'm doing, I'm initializing the data that I want inside my form. After initializing all these things, I will also initialize const, that is, I am declaring error, comma, set error is equal to use state, and the error will be empty. And then again, const submitted followed by set submitted. And for now, what I will do, I will set my submitted variable to false, which means the form is not yet submitted. Got it? So this is what we have made the array. And after that, I will declare a function, that is const handle change is equal to, I will write e, and then e will be the parameter of this arrow function. And this arrow function will have name as well as value, which will be e dot target, and then I will write set form data, which is actually I'm calling this function over here. And inside this, I will use my spread operator, set form data with name, names the value. So the complete thing that is being done over here is that what am I doing? I wrote whale over here. Okay. So what I am doing over here, I am declaring a function that is handle change, right? And inside this, e is the e you can also say is a variable, right? So in order to target a specific data inside the form, what do we use? E dot target, right? So why are we targeting this? We are targeting this in order to add this inside our form. So this three dots is known as the spread operator. In the spread operator is used to add the data inside our form data. As you can see, we are having our name, email, and message empty over here. So whichever data the user will provide inside the name, email, and message, what it will do, it will get attached inside our form data, and the empty space will get like it will replace the empty space, and it will be replaced with the value that is provided by the user. Are you people getting my point? Did you understand? So what I did, I have declared a function that is handle change. After that, I will declare another function that is const validate. I will write let temp errors is equal to an empty. And then I will write if not form data dot name temp errors dot name is equal to name is required. So over here, what are we being able to understand? We can see that it is saying inside the form data, if the name is not provided, then it will show us the error that name is required, which is why we have created temp errors as empty. So if the user will not provide the name, then it will throw the user the error that is the name is required. And similarly, what we will do, we will provide for the email as well as message. Let's copy it. Here paste. Again, I'll paste. Over here, this is for the email. And here, the email as well. And then we'll show email is required. And then finally, it will show message. It will show message is required. And here, I will call a function that is set error. And inside this, I will provide the temp errors. Got it? So the main purpose of declaring this set error is that we will throw errors to the user if the user fails to provide any of these data inside the form. This is why we are calling the set error and passing the temp errors inside the set error function. And finally, it will return object dot keys with temp errors dot length triple equal to 0. And it will see if the length of these data okay. So we have declared our validate function over here as well. And then finally, the last function that I'm going to declare is const handle submit. So this handle submit function, where I will use, can somebody tell? Please reply fast. Handle submit function, where I will call while developing a form. What do? We submit our form, right? Inside the form action. You are partially true for submitting form. Yeah. Then I will provide the submit button over there. I will use this function. I will write e dot prevent default and then if validate and write set submitted as true. See, for previously what did we do? We initialized the submitted with false, and now we are upgrading it to true inside the handle submit function. And finally, my web page will return the div tag. I will write a heading that is contact us. And here I will write submitted, followed by a what? Ternary operator. And can someone tell how does the ternary operator work? It works as a conditional statement. What kind of conditional statement is that? Or what exact conditional statement is that? So no one is having any idea about the ternary operator. Okay. So the ternary operator works as the if condition. Got it? So inside the ternary operator, if this will return true, then the statement 1 will execute. Otherwise, the statement 2 will execute. Let me show you people how it will work. So if it is true, then it will return with a paragraph tag, that is thank you, your message has been sent. Have been sent. If we will submit the form, then it will show thank you, your message has been sent. And before submitting the form, what it will do? It will provide us the form. And then I will write on submit. And inside this on submit, I will again call my handle submit function that I declared previously. And inside the form, I'll make div tag. And inside this div tag, I'll place my input tag. And then I will write the type of my input, that is text. And the name will be name only. And then the placeholder will be name. And then value will be form data dot name. After that, on change, handle change. So these are our attributes. And then if some error occurs, errors dot name and followed by the p tag, errors dot name. So over here, if the user fails to provide the name, then it will show name is required, that is the error dot name. And similarly, as we have done for the name, we will do the same thing for our email as well as the message. Right. Email. The name will be email. Placeholder will provide email. Email. The value will be form data dot email. And rest of all the things will be same. Over here, I will write errors dot email. Here as well. Errors dot email. And over here, I'll write same thing Instead of input, I will provide my text area. And then I will remove this type. And the name will be message. And the place in the value will be your message. And let's make it as your message value dot data dot message. One change will be same, that is 100 children. And the error will be errors dot message over here as well. And then finally, the last thing that we will do is I will provide the button with type is equal to submit. And then finally, I will, okay. So it has been already exported, right? Export default function. Let's see what is it. Okay, so the text area has not been closed, right? Yeah. We have made the form and all these things. Now we will go to our app.jsx and then write import React from React, and I'll also import contact form from form for contact form. I have already got the path, and here function app will give return. Inside the return contact form, we will export this. Export default app. Just save. Let's see what I'll get. First, second clause, okay. Switch. Okay, false conditions. Yeah, input is self-closing tag. We can use it as a self-closing tag as well as a paired tag as well. Got it? See what I mean. That has to be similar. Okay, I wrote errors over here. Will be error. See, we are getting inside this. I will provide my name as Neha. Message will be hello Neha. Hello, I am Neha. I want to get admission at, and we can also increase our text area at Infotact solutions. and then I'll click submit button. See, here it is showing us the message that is, thank you, your message has been sent after sending the form data. I hope you people got all these things. Any doubts are there? Okay. All right. So if no doubt is there, then you people can leave the meeting. How can we show the data from the user? In order to show the data from the user, you have to write different kind the code in order to show the data of the user. Got it? We will do it in the for the classes. No issues. I will send the complete codes and all these things to the team, and the team will share it to you. Okay. Bye bye.